Okay, we're gonna get right back on track with the daily pencil puzzle for today. I did it earlier, and I thought that it was very fun, and I think I'll show my explanation today. And it is by Walker today, and it's I've never heard of this genre, um, but it's a haunted mirror maze. I've done a couple mirror puzzles before, but I thought this was a lot of fun. I shall read the rules. Place the given number of vampires, ghosts, and zombies into the grid such that each empty cell contains one monster. A clue outside the grid indicates how many monsters can be seen while looking straight into the grid from that location. Mirrors divert the line of sight. So, like, this one clue, when you look in through the side of the grid, it looks like this, but since the mirror diverts the line of sight, it continues to look like this, and then it goes left and then up. So it looks at this cell, this cell, this cell, and this cell. So it looks at 4 cells total. Okay, line of visibility. Vampires can't be seen in mirrors. Ghosts can only be seen in mirrors, and zombies can always be seen. There's no blocking line of sight in these puzzles, kind of like skyscrapers. There's nothing like that here. If there are 2 zombies in the same row, or in the same row or column, you can always see both of them. One of them doesn't block the other or anything, which is what I thought, but then I looked at the 4, and then I realized that must have been impossible. Yeah, if a line of sight travels through a cell twice, the cell's monster is counted again, but I don't believe... So, like, if there's 2 zombies here, if there's a zombie here, then it's counted in this line of sight and in this line of sight. Okay. That is all. I shall get to the puzzle. Okay. So, the key areas to look off when you start is this row of 3, this column of 3, and this other row of 3. And they all have very unique properties. So, these 2 clues from the outside both look at these 3 cells. This clue looks at it through the mirror, and this clue looks at it without the mirror. So we know that the 3 monsters here can't be seen through a mirror, but they can be seen without a mirror. So therefore we know that all of these are vampires. And therefore we've crossed out 3 vampires. I'll go with this row. So we know that these 3 cells are looked at by this cell and this cell. So we know that these 3 monsters can be seen in the mirror, but not without the mirror, so we know that they must be ghosts. I will look at this next. So these 3 monsters here are seen by this clue and this clue. Therefore, these 3 monsters can be seen without a mirror and with a mirror, so these must be zombies. Let me cross these out. And let's go, I think I saw this. So, yeah. So this is a 2. That's probably not going to be that helpful, actually. So, yes, let's start here. So, 1. Since we're looking in from the cell and we already see a vampire without a mirror, that counts as our 1 clue. This 1 clue has been satisfied. We can't see any other monsters in these cells. So, in this cell, we can't have a zombie because then we would see 2 monsters. So, therefore, this must be something that we can't see when it's not in a mirror, so this must be a ghost. And then this is a monster that we can't see in a mirror, so this must be a vampire. So we've crossed off another vampire and another ghost. So this 3 and 2 right here, now we know there's a vampire here. So that knocks... So we know that... actually, that's not too helpful. Let's look somewhere else first. Let's look at this 1, maybe? Yes, this 1. So, the line of sight of this 1 goes here, bounces off here, you see this monster, you see this monster, and then you see this monster. So, you don't see this vampire because it's in a mirror. You see it through. But you do see the zombie. You always see a zombie. So, therefore, our 1 clue has been satisfied. So, therefore, this monster can't be seen in a mirror. This can't further add to our total, so therefore this Can't be seen in a mirror, so it must be a vampire. Same thing with this cell. Can't be seen in a mirror, it must be a vampire. So therefore, we've used all of our vampires. We have no more. So that now we can get back to this. So this clue is a 2, and this does not count toward our total. So therefore, these 2 must be seen in a mirror. No, I'm going to go about this the other way. So we know that these 3 monsters must be seen without a mirror. So therefore, these can't be ghosts, because if they were ghosts, then this could not add up to 3. It would add up to, if both these were ghosts, it could only add up to 1, because we don't see them through mirrors. So therefore, these must both be zombies. And now we have 3 visible monsters without the mirror. And now we look at this big 4. Let's look at this 2. This looks approachable. So this 2, we can see 2 monsters. So the ghost, since it's not a mirror, we don't see it. So therefore, since the line of sight goes like this, we must have a monster we can see here and a monster we can see here. Therefore, this can't be another ghost, because if it were a ghost, then we could only add up to 1 with the zombie. So therefore, this must be a zombie. And therefore, both of these must be a ghost, because those are the only ones we have remaining. Bada bing and bada boom.